Okay, welcome back. So I thought we'd have a look at my HX Stomp today. I've not done a video on this. Normally this lives in my tick with a couple of little pedals, expression and a little tap tempo button as my emergency rig. But back in 2019, I was gigging with my big TC Electronic G system in a rack with a Fender DeVille in 4-cable method. And as complicated as that was, sorry, as good as it sounded, it was very complicated, and there's always a worry that something would fail. So I bought the HX as a backup rig, essentially, and then eventually ran the HX Stomp in a shelf in 4-cable method, linked it with the TC Electronic with MIDI, and that worked really great, and that was kind of my introduction into modeling. And then eventually I thought, oh, this would be great for fly rigs. And I thought I'll put together a little all-in-one board. Now, I kind of, this pedal board, this Moon pedal board, I had to extend, put some longer feet on it so it would accommodate the power supply. But I was umming and ahhing whether to use like I have a mono case and a tick, and I thought this would fit. I think once I put the feet on, it wouldn't fit in. So I'll show you I'll show you a little clip of how I was transporting this when I used it in this manner. And yeah, I thought an all-in-one rig, fly rig, would be great. And I have actually done quite a few gigs. So how I eventually got around the functionality of all these buttons, it took a bit of trial and error, but I'll talk through what we're doing with this. If I go back to the this page, these two buttons, this doesn't do anything the way I've set up the disaster area DMC pedal. 3 DMC, I think it is. Yeah, so this just basically cycles through our 3 snapshots, and we have a clean. If I show you, I've labeled them here. We have a clean, a crunch, and an overdrive. We'll go back to the stomps. I then have this plugged into the external pedal, and we're doing compression and chorus, 2 pedals that I'm not engaging in on and off too often, so that's why they're there, because you can kind of see here this is problematic with your feet. You have to do tiptoeing. I've got then this tap tempo button, again kind of a challenge to get to. A Minotaur, well, it's not a Minotaur, sorry. I'm using I went to touch the screen because I'm so used to the stadium. If I cycle through these snapshots, we've got these parameter changes. I don't know if that will, oh no, it will. And yeah, so lots of changes. And then what I'm doing here is there's a mid switch, which I'm kind of using as like a tube screamer. So although it's not a tube screamer, it's kind of using the model of the amp to achieve that. A simple stereo delay, a 2.5 level boost, and then right at the end, I've got a wah pedal. So that kind of is essentially, even on the Helix, what I use to navigate most songs. I've also put in this little angled headphones socket, so I can use that, and I can. I've got Velcro, the locked Velcro thing to put a DI box on the side and run to there, so I can run either straight to front of house via the DI, maybe split if split off of that as well, for monitoring for myself, for me and ears, 2 guitar cables out of the DI. Yeah, so that's basically everything explained about the pedal. So should we have a listen? So what I've got then is the Grammatico. I think I'm saying that right. Grammatico, yeah, GSG. Clean. turn us down. If we go to snapshot 2, we've got a bit more gain. Snapshot 3. And then these also double function as long press. We've got the tuner, which I was a little bit out. And then we've also got long press here, which will take us to presets and also take us back. So presets, snapshots, we've all control that, and the tuner there. So I'm just on snapshot 2 here. We can add, this is button 4, which is engaging this red comp. And then if I turn that off, actually, it works better when I'm using my feet. Chorus. So that's button 5. And then I've got the mid switch, kind of reproducing, not having like a tube screamer. Just adding an extra level of gain on those 3 snapshots, clean, overdrive and distortion. If we go to snapshot 3 again. And then we've got delay. I'll put that back to snapshot 2. And then a 2.5 boost at the end of the chain there. And last but not least, but is actually the first block, if you see that engaging, is the wah. So that's everything that the board does. And if I just unplug it a second, I'm still plugged in via USB. But if I put it onto tuner and unplug, the ability to just walk up on stage, plop this down on the deck, output or DI box, plug your guitar in, or if you've got a wireless, you could be plugged in direct. It's quite a cool little thing to be able to do. I've been on talking for quite a while here. The battery hasn't gone down at all. I think usually I get a good hour without any stress. After that, I might be starting to think, pop it on charge for 5-10 minutes. I've actually got a little power, well, not little, it's quite big actually, a big power bank that will plug into either the USB in, or actually I've got an adapter. It'll do 12 volts out and plug into there. Also, you've got a USB out there as well if you're ever wanting to charge any wireless units and things as well. So I think that'll do for today. Just thought that might be of interest to some people. I mean, the way that I've kind of used this, I've got my, it's kind of, instead of using the Helix, so I've got my high-low cuts and the LA studio comp, so it's full stereo, everything that I usually require of my big Helix. But we could take the amp out, take these 2 blocks here out and use the snapshots to do our gain pedals, and free up 3 more pedals for the amp and these 2, and you've got essentially a bigger pedal board for the for a valve amp or whatever amp you're using. Anyway, if you're enjoying these videos, if you could give me a like and subscribe. I'm having a bit of a trouble at the minute uploading presets, but the minute I can get this onto my Buy Me a Copy page, I'll do that. Anyway, thank you and goodbye.